Welcome back, and today we're going to be reacting to another country song. We're going to get back to a bit of country, and we're going to be reacting to You're Gonna Miss This by Adkins. Now, I listened to a Adkins songs before, and that's one of the reasons why a lot of the guys down below in the comments suggested this, so I'm really excited for it. I absolutely love his voice. So I'm really excited for this song. Before we get to it, guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like this video if you enjoyed it, and leave your comments and your recommendations down below. And I won't bore you with this too much, but if there is a button down here that says super thanks, that is essentially the only way this channel makes any revenue. So if you want to support the channel, that is your way to do that. And if it's not going to be there, it's because YouTube has blocked that feature. And you can find on other videos like 5 reasons why you shouldn't mess with the US and the history of the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. Both of those videos have that feature available. So if you want to support the channel, that is the way to do so. And 20% of everything you give me will go to an American charity at the end of May, which I'm going to create a poll for, and you will see the video go up of me donating that money. Okay, so thank you very much, guys. Let's get to this video. I'm very, very excited.
She was staring out the window of that SUV, complaining, saying, I can't wait to turn 18. She said, I'll make my own money and I'll make my own rules. Mama put the car in park out there in front of the school, and she kissed her head and said, I was just like you. You're gonna miss this, you're gonna want this back, you're gonna wish these days hadn't gone by so fast. These are some good times, so take a good look around. You may not know it now, but you're gonna miss this. Before she knows it, she's a brand new bride in her 1-bedroom apartment, and her daddy stops by. He tells her it's a nice place. She says, it'll do for now. Starts talking about babies and buying a house. Daddy shakes his head and says, baby, just slow down. 'Cause you're gonna miss this, you're gonna want this back, you're gonna wish these days hadn't gone by so fast. These are some good times, so take a good look around. You may not know it now, but you're gonna miss this. 5 years later, there's a plumber working on the water heater. Dogs barking, phones ringing, one kid's crying, one kid's screaming, and she keeps apologizing. He says they don't bother me, I've got 2 babies of my own. One's 36, one's 23. It's hard to believe, but you're gonna miss this. You're gonna want this back, you're gonna wish these days hadn't gone by so fast. These are some good times, so take a good look around. You may not know it now, but you're gonna miss this. You're gonna miss this. Yeah, you're gonna miss this.
Wow, there's so much to talk about on that one. That was absolutely great. Oh, amazing. Absolutely amazing. Let me turn this round. Let's get to, let me tell you exactly what I think. Guys, that was so, oh, I'm losing my words. That was a great song. I had like 10 recommendations for this, and I wasn't necessarily skeptical, but I wrote it down, and sort of whenever I was doing reaction videos, I just sort of kind of skipped over it, and then I thought, you know what, let me go back to it because I bet it's gonna be good because I do like Trace Atkins, but that was amazing. Like, first of all, musically, like it just sounds like proper country, doesn't it? Like it starts off that way, and it gives you that kind of just the music, even the melody itself. It gives you that kind of like hometown feeling because like so a little bit for you guys to know about me. So right now I live in the Middle East. I live out in Dubai. Um, that's a long story, but I am although like I was born and like raised up until like 10, like 3 or 4 years old actually in like close to like not central London, but it was East London. Um, we moved out into a small town like outside of London when I was like 4 or 5 years old. So I grew up in what you could consider like a small kind of town, you know, like equivalent to something like you'd seen like in the US, like one school, you know, well actually two schools. So it wasn't small, but it was smallish compared to the UK because you don't really get that in the UK. You get more like villages and stuff. Um, Probably close to like 10,000 people, right? So small considering that it's like 10 minutes outside of London. So whenever I go home and I get into my old car, right, and get into my little Ford, right, and I drive around, it just brings back a lot of memories. And what he's saying is like, when you're going to miss this, yeah, do you know what? It's true because no matter how good life is at any one given time, you can always look back at a different time in your life and you think, oh wow, those were good times, weren't they? Like, and when you're in those times, you don't know that they're good times, if that makes sense. Especially when you're a kid. When you're a kid, you just want to get out and uh, explore and see new world. You want to go to the big city, but do you know what? After doing that, I tell you where I want to settle down. I want to settle down in a small town, 1,000 people, get some land, and just to have a relaxing, calm, quiet life. That is what I want. I think the world has gone crazy, and that is, I think, probably the thing that's going to keep me the most sane. But yeah, like you think back, and now especially when you're an adult, and you start thinking back to like how things were when you were a kid, when you were a teen. Like, no worries, just having fun. You know, you've got a girlfriend, maybe two or whatever it might be, and it's just, you know, things are so much less complicated, and and they are just good times. It doesn't matter whether you have money or not. Just good times. Like, we didn't have money when I was growing up. Like, so I'd have like the equivalent of like $20 a week, and probably spend it on cigarettes and you know whatever it was. But it was just a great time. It was absolutely like, yeah. I of course I miss it. Now my life's amazing now, you know, but you do miss it. So yeah, the song holds completely true. I think to all of us, and that's why it's a deeply emotional song, and it does really hit you there. Like and that's why it's got 50 million views because it really does hit home, especially for all of us adults. And we look back and we think, oh my god, like I do miss that. And I suppose now that we're adults, when we have kids and whatever it may meet, whatever might happen in our lives, you know, we're gonna tell our kids, you know, and our grandkids, you're gonna miss this. You know, slow down. It's right, just enjoy yourself. But they're not gonna listen to you, and I think that's a circle of life. Because my dad told me the same thing. He told me, slow down. Life goes fast. Stop wishing your time away. Um, and it's so true. Stop wishing your time away. Enjoy the day. Of course, make plans for the future because you want to be successful. But it depends depends what successful looks like to you. If it's having a wife and kids and they can grow up and they can play and have a fantastic life regardless of money, that is a great goal. So yeah, that was a really beautiful song, guys. Thank you so much for the recommendation. Wow, just keep the recommendations coming because this is amazing. I've got I've I've got a whole new playlist on my phone, a whole new sort of you know, category of music, and it's amazing because I'm starting to love it more than I've ever loved anything else, music wise, of course. But yeah, absolutely amazing, guys. So thank you so much. Like I said at the beginning of the video, if you want to support this channel, you know how. But most of all, subscribe, like this video, and comment down below any recommendations that you'd like to see from me in the future. And I want to say thank you so much for your support. It's absolutely overwhelming and really, really amazing. So thank you. Keep the support going. I'll keep the videos coming, and I will see you on the next video. That was a great song. Thank you, Trace Adkins. And guys, slow down.